The socio-cultural environment is that students come from different communities. They don't live in the city that they attend to the school. They come from communities that are around that city, and they are classified as low and medium socioeconomic class. The type of evaluation that is used for these in these classes are diagnostic tests and objective tests. The procedures for monitoring and evaluating the language teaching program. Well, they say, well, in this in CEP gives us several steps in order to monitor and evaluate the language program. That is reuniones de academia. They gather with a group of English teachers, and this is monthly. Then some actas or papers are written by this academia, and they give these papers to the chief of the teachers. Then they establish some papers, and it's a type of following of the compromises that they establish. And when they see that everything is accomplished, well, they analyze the arrangements that they made in the new meetings of this academia. The curriculum structure in here, well, we clearly can see that English 1, it is 3 hours for semester, and it is a week, per week, the 3 hours. We also have that according to CEP, the curriculum places students' learning at the center of institutional efforts, promotes the achievement of the 4 functions and the 4 purposes of this education level. And the curriculum content we have divided as competence, component, content, specific content, expected learning outcomes, and the evidence of learning. Each one has their own definition, and it has to be accomplished by teachers during the semester. Finally, with all the theory compared with the reality, we could find 4 main gaps between the theory and the reality. The first one, that the base that we found, it was the curriculum and syllabus processes, because in the curriculum and syllabus process, they don't take into consideration students, neither teachers, and well, theory tells us that teachers and students and the whole community must be taken into consideration in order to create an appropriate syllabus and appropriate curriculum for the specific setting, and this is not happening in this particular area. The second one is the interpretation and adjustment. The interpretation and adjustment also was found as a gap, because they take like the interpretation of the subjects, and they don't give the reasons, or they don't listen to students in order to know what are the reasons to know or to learn the subject. In contents and time, it is also, I believe that it is the strongest one, because it gives us like a lot of contents, and we have very limited time in order to accomplish those contents. And the transversality has to do with other subjects from other area has to interact with English, and we cannot see that in the reality. Also in the curriculum, it is not under the syllabus, it is not established that math or history or science is interacting with in the English subject. Well, the instrument proposal will be based on a questionnaire with 27 questions, Likert scale, that are strongly disagree, agree, or strongly agree. 4 sections of students' perceptions about learning English. The second one is the teacher effectiveness. The third one is students' English skills. And the last one, syllabus implementation. Students, students' perceptions about learning English. We have 2 simple questions. The first one says, I believe learning English in high school is necessary for getting a job after completing my students. The other one is, I am learning English because I think it might provide the possibility to social mobility. These questions were based on what we review on the theory, but what we also review from the curriculum itself and some gaps that we were finding during the process. The ones about teacher effectiveness, we have the teacher has a positive attitude towards the students. The teacher is prepared for class. The teacher presents the content of the lesson clearly. Students English skills. The English level of this class is right for me. Speaking English is a big problem area for me. I get enough opportunities to practice my English skills outside the classroom. And the last part is about syllabus implementation, and the questions were the syllabus was explained at the beginning of the course, exams, projects, and assignments related to the course learning outcomes. In my English class, my professor usually implements activities related to other subjects. In conclusion, we take into consideration the previous information. We assure that teachers' effectiveness is not controlled by the teachers at all. Indeed, it involves the performance of the teacher, but also is closely attached to the curriculum and the syllabus application. The possible option that teachers have to change the class impact in students is taking into account their needs. Some of the reference, and that's it.